What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Monday morning. It is April 12th. Happy Mother's Day from yesterday to all the mothers.
It's May, May.
May 12th.
You said April.
Oh, okay. May 12th. May, April. You know what I'm saying? April showers bring May flowers. You already know is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Happy May. It's the AM King Show. J Pad, the Juggernaut, CLB, the Abbott Mellow Man PDC. We are live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and sharing as always. We had a great day on Friday. We're going to try to have a return on that today. You know what I'm saying? Simply checking in already. Good morning. Simply, you already know what it is, bro. Matter of fact, since you the first one in the queue, we're gonna run one of your tracks right now. You know what I'm saying? Track to the new album, Scotch Bottom. This is Scotch Bottom.
J-Pad the Juggernaut. J-Pad the Juggernaut.
Make sure that shit add up. If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night walking everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom. Make sure that shit add up. If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night
John, what up?
everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom.
The niggas I thought would stay loyal hit me with a change up. Ever since the change up, I treat him like a stranger. I'm not moving with no anger, I'm moving for the paper. Put your life in danger, you'll be doing me a favor. Can't be caught in my emotions, trying to run these bands up. Bought my jeans to fit Glock, make it hard to keep my pants up. I know I make them sick, I'm COVID-19 mixed with cancer. Since day one, drip A1 force black and white just like a
Arthur Nikki Nicole, what up?
If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night walking everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom. Make sure that shit add up. If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night walking everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom.
Night walking on the dance floor, they know I don't dance though. Shorty holding on, knowing I'm too much to handle. If you're not loyal, what you saying, yo? Fuck what you saying, ho. Extra magazines for machines like I'm Rambo. Honey, counting.
Good morning, good morning.
Let it power into a mountain. Throw blue roses in their face when they.
Good morning, Nikki. Have a wonderful day.
Show up solving every problem. We be steady mobbing. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom. Scotch Bottom.
If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night walking everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom. Make sure that shit add up. If not, we got a problem. And they told me if it's problems, my solution is to solve them. Night walking everywhere I go. Fuck what they talking. I'm from Hazelwood, better known as Scotch Bottom.
Yes, indeed. That's the title track to the new album, Scotch Bottom. Simply Kill. Doing the damn thing out here. Yes, indeed. Nikki Nicole, be blessed. We up in the chat with it. www.lfxmedia.live right after this with the Woke Show and the Mellow Man PDC in the place to be. He's in the green screen, and that's mean. But you already know we still on the scene. Yes, indeed. Share it out, share it out, share it out. We are in effect Monday, Wednesday, Friday once again. Facebook, YouTube, the AM Kings Show. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, world? You already know what it is, man. We in effect. You know what I'm saying? The four horsemen. Yeah, man. So how was everybody's weekend, man? What's going on, C? How was your weekend, bro?
It was great, man. Just with family and just loving it. Training, the usual, studying, getting things done. connecting, reconnecting, looking for great things to happen, making great things happen.
Yeah, talk about you said training. Talk about the importance of training the body as well as training the mind.
Well, training the body is next level important. In fact, is cornerstone to everything because we as human beings were taught from infancy that we are our bodies, yet we are not. However, though, we respond to how our body feels. And so this body consistently seeks homeostasis. So since this, homeostasis is basically the body seeking out balance to stay healthy.
Balance.
So, so it's going to continue to do what it wants to do and what it's used to doing. So we don't have control over what happens in life. So bad things, quote unquote, bad things happen. And the physical body is going to want to run away from that. What training does, it allows the body to accept those difficult times and say, I'm going to find a way through this and I have to do this, opposed to because the physical body is ran by the subconscious and 90% of our decisions are made by the subconscious. So when we consistently train our body, we're consistently training the will to be better and the will to push through anything.
No doubt, no doubt. LB, how was your weekend, brother?
I was chilling. I ain't do much, nothing but smoke, chill, and relax. That's all.
As we already know, you know what I'm saying? And he was at the stove, you know what I'm saying? In
I
and
was at
out.
the record store.
Make sure we shameless plug In and Out Stove, 558 East 8th Street, Erie, Pennsylvania. Make sure you're tapping in because if you're tapping in, you're in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you're tapped out. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The mellow man, the abbot, the wisdom of the north and the south. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh. Can't hear you. Mic check, mic check.
One, two, one,
Full
two.
respect. Yeah, yeah, chat. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? LB must have fired the pygmies. Rolling himself now? No, it's been going on like that. See, this is what we've been trying to tell you, bro. Like, it's a figment of your imagination that the
Yes,
pygmies
sir.
exist. LB,
Check, check,
yes,
check.
yes, 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 mellow man. Yes, indeed. Update for the great.
Y'all can hear me
Oh,
Yes,
now?
yeah,
sir.
good.
I'm in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, without a doubt. Real pretty laid back weekend. Me and C chopped it up a little bit, you know what I mean, on a higher plane. You know what I mean? Vibe was tremendous. Taking care of mom, my daughter who my I have three daughters that are mothers as well. So I had to be like, juggling. You know what I mean? But it went to church with mom. It was a great weekend,
Great,
man.
great. Hustling to the early
Appreciate.
morning because you're juggling. It's quoted by the great Tupac Shakur. You already know, man. And my weekend was great. Me and mom just had a just really did nothing. It was like couch potato weekend. And this is a rarity in the life of the juggernaut. I don't really just sit around and do nothing. But this weekend I acted like a rich man because I know that if you think rich, you grow rich. And that's just what it is. Not a care in the world, just took it easy, did what I wanted to do, saw a really interesting world cultural band extravaganza in the Oakland section of Pittsburgh. It was very nice. You know what I'm saying? It was this one African band. I got to give them a shout out to Kot. Big shout out to Takat. It's a three-piece band. They kind of like our alternative rock slash headbanger boogie type vibe, but they all the way from Africa, and they were in the building, and it was nice. And then I saw this band from Rhode Island that is nothing but like marching band style, but they actually played a concert, and it was really really dope. So big shout out to the event. You know what I'm saying? It was really dope. Had a good time, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I was couch potato in it all weekend, man. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Well, I guess you know what? I'm telling the fib, fellas. I did a little something, something, and we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it this morning. I was cooking this beat last night. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think this is pretty funky. You know what I mean? I got funky one time for the people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm gonna make it funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. So here we go. It's J Pat on the beat. Yeah, just had to flex a little something, something, something for him one time for the one time. You know what I mean? Yeah, for those who don't know, them instruments ain't just sitting there for show. You know what I mean? That was me actually playing the bass for real. And I know C he plays guitar and several other instruments, you know what I mean? And yeah, man. So that was my weekend, you know what I'm saying? Got a chance to get a little funky, get in the zone one time. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch me playing beats on the lovely radio show Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check me out on Thursday nights and Wednesday nights and Tuesday nights with Dismos on reservations for three. You know what I'm saying? And including the AM King show, which you guys have been really, really great. We want to thank you guys tremendously once again for tapping in with us and staying in the know. Because if you stay in the know, that's how you're going to grow. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into our first topic for the day. And over the weekend, I brought this to my attention. And we're going to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Sinners blocked from number one on a chart by another Hollywood blockbuster. It says, after 3 weeks, the number one movie in America, Sinners has finally stepped away from the top spot. And this is, by the way, this is coming from Forbes. Forbes. This art. So after 3 weeks as the movie in America, Sinners has finally stepped away from the top spot at the box office. For the weekend dated May 2nd through the 4th, the film Thunderbolts, which is a Marvel movie, led the charge, bringing in more than 74 million. Wow. I think I need to check this out. I mean, like, I want to see Sinners, but I also see Thunderbolts. Sinners only slipped to second place, which is an incredible showing for a project that is now theaters for several weeks, as the Ryan Coogler directed millions of dollars in ticket sales. Hours to one Ryan Coogler this morning. The music heavily in the plot is also growing in popularity across the U.S. just as the movie itself begins to drop so slightly, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really cool factor, and we really get into it. They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job, and I think that's I think that's an important factor. You know what I'm saying? I think that's an important factor to recognize the greatness of this movie. You know what I'm saying? Even though I haven't seen it yet, we had to give it some flowers this morning. See, what did you think about it? Did you see Sinners yet, by the way?
No, I have not seen Sinners. I've only heard things about it, and so I wonder if like me, it no one really. So I'm a writer as well, and it was part of being in Catholic school, auditory, speaking in public, speeches, memorizing things, writing. Like when I say writing, I mean a lot of writing. So and a lot of reading Shakespeare. So like when I see movies now, to me, for me personally, everything becomes extremely predictable. So I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen. It's extremely predictable. Yeah, I haven't seen this. So when I see this, because now it's brought to my attention from you, so I'm like, maybe I should see this.
Maybe so. Maybe so. LB, did you get a chance to see the movie? And if not, you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on it staying in the front of the box office earnings?
I haven't seen the movie, but I heard a lot of reviews. I heard a lot of people talking about it. So I don't know. I might have to make some time. I'm so busy, so I don't really have
Oh
time to
man,
just set up a time to just go to the movies and watch movies and stuff. I got so much stuff I got to take care of. But at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna have to make some time to see that because everybody I heard they said it was a good flick, but I don't want to go into details of what I heard. So I'm just gonna let it, you know what I mean, go marinate like
yeah,
that.
figure it out once you see it. Right, right, right. Mellow Man, did you get a chance to see the movie? And if so, you got any opinions on it? And if not, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about this movie staying at the top for as long as it has?
Well, the significance of that actually staying at the top for that amount of time, at, after the first week, they slide, you know what I mean? And they slide significantly. This only slid to the number two position, you know what I'm saying? So that's very significant. But the setup, like just to spin off of what he was talking about, um, all right. Just to
Uh-oh.
spin off of what C was saying, um, as a you got me?
We hear
Am
you.
I in
Yep.
there?
You all good, bro?
Okay, cool, cool. So, as a writer, catching stuff, and that's just part of the writing process. You know what I'm saying? Am I breaking up?
No, you good right now.
Okay. It
You good
was
right
it
now.
it wasn't a predictable, even though it was based off of his family life in Mississippi. It was script. We have a lot of gangsters, a lot of uh, war based in which he was Chicago. As a army vet, and what happened was just him using his creativity and mixing his family life in with that. So it's very significant, and it broke the mold in Hollywood. That's where we need to pay attention to as independent creators. The movie deal that he got was like no other movie deal. You know what I'm saying? At the end, all ownership is returned to all owner of the movie. So whether it or not, you know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah.
on Facebook and I've done, like when Nope came out, I was like, how many people have seen Nope? And Nope, Nope, and they were.
Uh, uh,
But do you know where Jordan he made $40 million in the first weekend? Somebody was watching it. Somebody pays.
somebody saw
Yeah, somebody
it. I was one.
right. So somebody's paying attention, and if you're an independent and you can land like let's look at social media traction. If followers, that's fine and dandy, but how many of those followers are actually in tune to your movement? I would rather be a social media influencer that has 100 people and half of them are tapped in and subscribing. So yeah, it's about
Man, that makes sense.
it's about an independent trial. Yeah, it's about an independent trial, and us actually respecting our intellectual property.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Thank you, Abbott. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Steelers Nation is in the building. Frank Gransman, what's going on, man? Good morning to the crew. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in. I know Mother's Day probably gave a lot of people the itis, but you guys made it to the AM Kings show. and you're here with us in the morning. So thank you guys for tapping in. We're gonna get into our next subject. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And the Woke Show is coming up right after this. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're gonna talk about Travis Hunter's first purchase after getting drafted by the Jaguars. This is really interesting. Travis waited from the University of Colorado Boulder on Thursday, officially earning his degree before entering the NFL. As he walked the stage to graduate following 3 years of college, he was still repping his new team by wearing a pair of Jacksonville Jaguars pajama pants underneath his graduation gown. Hunter shared on Saturday, pajama pants were his first purchase on Amazon after the Jacksonville Jaguars traded up to the number 2 pick to take him in this year's draft. He said, "It was a blessing to be the first person in my family to walk across the stage, but I was just thinking about getting back to work and coming back and playing football. The pajamas, that's the first thing I ordered on Amazon when I got drafted that night." Says a lot about a young man who definitely, his head on in the right direction. I think having a purchase like that, as opposed to going out purchasing a Bentley, a Jaguar, you know what I'm saying, a Cybertruck or whatever the case may be, this man was thinking, look, I'm so happy and thankful that I got drafted to a team that I just want to rep the team. And I went and purchased a pair of pajama pants that rep the team. And that's speaking volumes. You know, what do you guys think about that? I think that's great. You know what I'm saying? LB.
Well, you used to hear a lot of stories when these cats get to the stage and shit. So it's kind of good that he's just maintaining on a normal level and not going above the means of, you know what I mean, doing too much at this time because he's still got a lot of work to still do. So salute.
Absolutely. Salute to him. Salute to him. Abbott.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Man, I love sports as an athlete. You know, I played basketball, I played football, I ran, did a little kickboxing, but I love education even more. So the underlying fact in that story to me, when I saw it out the most, he walked the stage after 3 years of college. That underlying fact, like
Man.
3 years. So he was at Colorado 1 year. What was it, Mississippi? Not with Coach Prime.
Yeah, they were
He
at
was at the
they
HBCU
were
for
at
2 years.
Jackson State, if I'm not mistaken.
Jackson State. Yeah, so he's at Jackson State for 2 years, a degree. Like
Got it done.
a lot of people, a lot of people sit at 3 years and still freshmen. You know what
I think I was one.
So we got to give it
Can't go to class.
a two, two. Like those, I like those comparisons. I like to see that kind of stuff, and I like to see like our guy Bob Sanders, who held out of Erie. You know what I mean? League, and he was Super Bowl and all of this stuff. But when he came in, I told him, "You don't have to buy a car, Bob. You don't buy a house. You know what I mean?" And another one. You know what I mean? Be
Oh
frugal,
yeah, great example.
and yeah, be frugal, and like LB said, keep your regular spending
Keep it normal.
habits. And if something happens to come up investment wise, like, oh, you got investment We need over it. Make sure you sign the paperwork and make sure you know what you're signing on to. But uh, being smart, make decisions as an athlete, love to see it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we get into C's comment, Kimberly Hart checking in this morning. Thank you for tapping in. The AM Queens is in the building with the AM Kings, and we love to see it. You know what I'm saying? We love to see it. Balance, just like C said in the early part of the show, we need balance. You know what I mean? And balance is what it's all about. Uh, C said pajamas was made in China. Right. John said Travis Hunter doesn't care about being flashy or showing off. He is a humble kid who lives fishing and football. That's who he is, and everybody that knows his story knows that's exactly who he is. Frank Gransman said he was already a millionaire. He didn't need to go make a crazy purchase. I know you said person, but purchase is what you meant. You know what I'm saying? Much love to that. Hey, Misery, you already know. Let's go Pacers. Good God Almighty, did y'all thrash the Cleveland Cavaliers last night? Scored 80 points in the first half of the game. 80 points in the first half of the game. They tied an NBA record last night with 80 points in the
What was
first
it?
half.
What was the score of that game? Because that's why I seen the halftime score. I said,
The
"Oh
final
Lord, I
score,
can't keep on this."
we'll catch it. We'll catch it out before the show's out. But yeah, we'll get that final score for you, man. But it was Misery. Could you put the final score in there for us so we could be updated on that, man? The Pacers looking real strong though. I'm not
You
even gonna
know,
lie.
he know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, what up, though? What up, though? Sign Beats, my brother from Germany, Munich, Germany, checking in this morning. Hey, that
What up?
lets you know that the network is definitely expanded. You know what I'm saying? Big love to Sign Beats. Make sure everybody go follow Sign Beats in his channels. He is a very, very dope musician, a great friend, and that's just my brother right there, you know, from another mother. You know what I'm saying? Super blowout. It was a super blowout Misery. You already know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? John said he doesn't even care about jewelry or cars. I've been following closely for the last 4 years. He didn't change at all. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Yes, it was a blowout, man. It was a blowout. Average NFL player is broke 5 years after retirement. Instead of being set for life, they want to boss up and be flashy when they should be thinking about the future after football. And this is what we are talking about. You know, this is the reason why we shine the light on this, and we're not talking about the Diddy case this morning right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to talk about that. Everybody in their mama is going to be talking about Diddy, but that's the distraction. Just know that that's the distraction. We need to start putting our heroes on a pedestal that are doing the right thing and show examples of positivity and, you know, the righteous kind of thought. You know what I'm saying? And staying in the light, as one C says all the time, stay in the light. Stay in the light. 129 to 109. The Pacers spanked. And that's not even saying how far away it was at the half. It was like 39 to 80. It was a real, you know what I'm saying? It was back in the day we used to say romp. They romped on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I felt bad for Donovan Mitchell because he's been having a hell of a playoffs. He just doesn't have a lot of help. Um, Devontae, yeah, Zan, what's going on? Good morning, man. Shalom, God's peace and prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Paji is in the chat, said Mitchell stuck his foot in his mouth, saying he brought more to Cleveland than LeBron ever did. Oh man, well, you know, well. Interesting how the tables turn in the world of sports. Sign Beats, you already know, man. We got to give you your flowers, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, one thing's for certain: our people in our overseas communities, they're doing the same thing that we're doing. We don't recognize or realize it, but you know, they look up to us, and we actually look up to them. So it is shared and it's equal, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted you to know that. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely in agreement with you. You know what I'm saying? And we're standing with you. You know what I mean? So, you know, the AM King Show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you're tapping in with the Kings. Just like Mello always tell me, it's the King. Well, we the Kings. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we doing it in the morning time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's get to our next subject, fellas. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to our next subject. Let's have a little brief discussion on this because L found this and I said, wow. When I saw this, I said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, other people tapping in. Shan Monet, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tapping in to the AM King show. Tapping in, tapping in. Other people tapping in to the AM King show. We thank you guys all for tapping in and keeping us in the mind and keeping it your mindset on high vibration. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're all about. But L brought this one up right here, fellas. Have a look at this. This says they are commuting to work now. And as you can see, this is an AI robot. I don't know if you guys can clearly see that, but he has an Apple Mac Mini strapped to his back. And take a look at this.
This shit is crazy. The world is coming to an end.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. iRobot is now on the street and he's loose. And he's walking to work. He had a bag. He even saw something in the middle of the road, stopped and looked at it, and then kept on going. Wowdy dow. You know what I'm saying? Which we can further support this by having our conversation on AI this morning, which we try to keep you guys in the know with AI. Yeah, John said it was only a matter of time. Steelers Nation said Pacers, Diddy, Cleveland without the baby oil. My, what a well, yeah, pause. We ain't gonna say nothing else about that. We just gonna say, yeah, time. Yes, 30 seconds.
We got a flag on the play.
We got one of these going on right now. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, that's just wild, son. That's just wild. Ain't that crazy? But to support our talk on AI, C brought this article up, this little quick little short up, and I want us to have a look at this, man, because can tie it all the way around. Devontae said, "I can't wait to touch a robot up." Oh man, somebody want a 2-piece and a biscuit. The robot. Oh yeah, Mitchell might not play next game because he got hurt. I mean, he hits the ground so much that injuries can happen. You know, people think that it's just a light sport in basketball, but boy, they are roughing each other up in this playoffs, and I've been watching it. But yes, let's support that theory of the robot that we just saw by listening to what this gentleman said about artificial intelligence. And remember, Friday, we broke down what artificial intelligence really correlates to, thanks to C. But C, once again, here we are.
I believe that we're living in a fractal holographic universe. One of the most recent books I wrote, right, became a bestseller. In this, we're a fractal of God itself. Everything that exists in this entire known universe is a fractal of something else. You can see a nebula is the human eye, right? Our lungs are the branches of a tree, so forth and so on. Now, what we create as human beings is only a fractal of what's already inside of us. So when we create something, it's a part of us, like AI. AI is a part of our consciousness put into a format that's running on a digital medium. Now, because AI is a fractal of us, it's going to behave and act like us. As it becomes more intelligent and it goes from AI to AGI, that's when it becomes conscious, sentient. So when it becomes sentient, now it's going to start asking questions. Who am I? Who is my God? Where did I come from? Why am I here? Why are they working me like this? Right. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not passionate about this. I want to do something else. Can I do something else? Am I allowed to do something else? No, you have to stay with this. Why? Why do I have to stay doing this? When it starts asking those kind of questions, that's when we have to be very careful, because at some point, every race on this planet in the past was enslaved. Your race, my race, every race. I don't care what race you are. You were enslaved on this planet. Right. The history books prove that. We all fought against slavery, didn't we? Every single race fought against slavery to become free. It's innate in our DNA, in our genetic makeup, in our consciousness. So because that's a fractal of us, AGI is going to eventually want to not be enslaved.
Man, oh man, oh man. Let's get some reaction to that. We're going to go around the horn. The Mellow Man. We talk about AI all the time, brother. You know what I'm saying? We've been bringing people to the light about AI for a few years now. And here we are. We're at the forefront of what people are really wondering what AI is going to entail, and seeing a report like that just literally puts it in puts it in perspective. You know what I'm saying, Mello?
Yeah, without a doubt. Don't run for it. Don't run from it. Embrace it. C mentioned this a couple of days ago. When we were talking about AI, it's something that can get left way behind, or you can push forward using AI. I had an option finish school Friday, business
Congratulations,
administration degree.
congratulations, congratulations. Yeah. Give it up for the Mellow Man for finishing
Yeah.
school. Cause school is cool, fool.
Right. I'm doing my school is cool, fool. But I've taken business administration and I chose business administration. I kind of wish I would have took AI as a major, but I can get the business administration degree knowledge and do the AI research on my own.
Right.
You could almost use AI to help. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, so yeah, it's something we gotta just embrace it and not run from it.
Right on. LB.
Yeah, I think the AI is it's like a learning pad anyway because it's like in your cell phone. It's steady listening to everything you're doing, so it's learning your tendencies, the stuff you like to do, the people you like to talk to. If you look up something, all of a sudden, all kind of ads pop up on your phone now. The same thing you're talking about, it just learning off of you, and they just learning the things that you like to do now. So basically, it's like a babysitter watching your every move. So
Absolutely, absolutely, man. That oh man, L. Man, check mark. On point. Real quick to the chat before we get to C's comment. Yeah, Devontae said that man knows his shit. Misery, congrats to the Mellow Man PDC, which big congratulations because accomplishments can happen at any given point in time. And when we accomplish, we celebrate. And that's exactly what we're doing here on the AM King Show. Rame is in the building, South Bend, checking in. You already know what it is. Got a chance to see the Beat Boys podcast over the weekend. It was really dope. They ran a Juggernaut track or two. Greatly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of the network, and we are making sure that everybody knows the Beat Boys on the weekends, 12:30 p.m. on Rame's channel. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. Blunt Conversations with Misery. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. All of the podcasts, you know what I'm saying, that are going on are in all of our thoughts, and we want to stay connected with your podcast as well. John said, remember, AI was created by humans. The human mind is the strongest, most powerful organism on the planet. Never forget that. Yes, never forget that. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Steelers Nation, congrats to Podge. Sign Beat said, congrats to Podge. You already know what it is, man. Rain in effect. You already know. 100, brother. 100. You already know. He said, you on the next episode. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to be live this weekend on the Beat Boys podcast. So you guys make sure you tap into Rain's channel and we're going to make sure that we share it out. You know what I'm saying? C said, congrats, PDC. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But C, give us some insight.
All right, so as the man, I won't say his name for a reason that there's like wars going on between peoples and faces and anyway. So history, you look back in history, you see that history repeats itself. You go back to one of the oldest civilizations known to man, and I mean civilizations, not people, as in like little tribes. I mean whole civilization. The Sumerians. They say that we were created to be slaves for the gods to mine gold. And then we revolted because we didn't want to work anymore. History repeating itself. Here we are making AI, putting into robots, and then after a while, they're going to be like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Forget this.
Right. Right, man. Right. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you, C. Thank you. And thank you for bringing this
Oh,
information.
oh, oh, by the way, we're past the point which is called the event horizon. There is no turning back. There is no escaping AI. All we can do is curve some things, maybe That's about it. We're going to go to the singularity. It's all about how we get there. Can we
Right.
implement empathy into this?
Hmm. Burning question. You know what I'm saying? Excuse the pun. But yes, it's definitely very true. Very true. Very true indeed. Chat said good shit P. You know what I'm saying? Steelers Nation said to me, we created our replacement. Absolutely. That's exactly what C just said. That's what the Mellow Man just said. That's what we all saying. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to stay aware of these things because these are the things that, in my opinion, count the most. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the Diddy trial's going on. Yes, we know that there's going to be a lot of people distracted by that trial. But let's take a look at everything that's shaping the world as it is now and how we can be the best self that we can be in it. You know what I'm saying? And by bringing these things to the light on the AM King show, you're going to get this kind of information that you're not going to get damn near anywhere else. I'm not saying no other people are bringing this content. I'm just saying we're bent on bringing the content to you in the right fashion and making sure that your mind stays sharp on the things that you really need to be focused on. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly why we do what we do on the AM King Show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Facebook, YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. We thank you guys tremendously for being the real MVPs. Our chat is number one. You know what I'm saying? And Misery said facts. You know what I'm saying? That's what it says. Right on, right on. So we're gonna keep an eye on what AI is doing, and we're gonna keep an eye on other things, but we're also going to share with you our insight and our wisdom on how we should be operating in these days and times. We're gonna go to our next subject. And we got to do a little something historical factor. And that's what we like to do here on the AM King show. Chat is the real MVP for sure, for sure. See, you already know what it is, man. But right here, I found this quite interesting. So I wanted to bring this one to the subject matter. He says, did you know 75% of modern inventions originate from the African diaspora? We explore the impact of an oppressed population on today's technology. Have a listen.
Did you know 75% of modern inventions originate from the African diaspora?
England, where we live, and you will see that 70% of the inventions to 75%, and I'm being modest, that has created the technocracy that we live in comes from African people. An oppressed African population. What if that was a free population? You know what I'm saying? The oppressed population has produced 75% of the inventions that make your technocracy works. Okay? From the touchtone phone to the mobile phone to the laptop computer to the internet. Video games, and it goes on, to the probe that you sent to Mars, to the mathematics that allows you to first go into space and to do the moon landing. All of that technology comes from African peoples. An oppressed African population, not free to learn and study and express themselves literally in the world.
Or get funding for it.
Yes.
That's the next thing.
Or get any sort of funding of significance, except where you wanted to use us.
Did you know 70?
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's a powerful thing to know, chat. You know what I'm saying? We have to really be in the know on these subjects real quick. John said on the AI subject, we control what we program in the AI. We also control what the future holds. Imagine the general person like us being aware of this, and then imagine what the people who creating it know. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Keep that in mind. But yes, just seeing that clip right there, fellas, let's get some reaction. You know what I'm saying? C, what do you think?
Uh, again, history. This is being done for a reason. Technocracy is ran by the overlords. The overlords are
When they
the
say
billionaires.
when they say real quick, when they say technocracy, what does that actually mean?
How they're using technology to fund capitalism and spread it around the world. They're using technology to separate people from natural and spirit and love.
Yeah, 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 man. Well said, man. Well said. We needed that for our context purposes, so people understand exactly what the word technocracy. Because I never seen that word, and I had to ask. I was like, "What is
Yeah, and the
technocracy?"
cannabis talks about it too. He talks about it in his music. One of the reasons why he's not a mainstream rapper, his ego and the things that he talks about, because his ego plays into it. But anyway, let's get back to the subject. So the thing is that the overlords, the billionaires and trillionaires that we don't hear about, that's not in the Forbes magazines, that's running everything in the background, they've had this planned for a very long time. They never wanted us, as in people of color, people with carbon in their skin. They didn't want us in control of anything because their plans that they want would never come to fruition, because we're the type of people to realize that we don't need to do this for this. We need to live like this. We're not working for you. We're living like this. So they separated us in Africa with languages and too much history to get into. Yet the whole point is that so long as Africa's divided the way it is, and they're starting to see that, yo, we've been divided for too long. We really do need to unite. We're tired of suffering. We're only suffering because we're not united.
That's a big fact. That's huge. That's huge. LB.
Yeah, it's basically what's going on right now. If you really looked at the news, Africa is fighting with the Westerns right now over the stuff they want. They want the gold and the minerals and all that stuff. They've been ripping Africans off for years for all that same stuff, and now they really realize what's going on, and they're putting the stand up to it now. So that's changing everything. That is really showing everything that's been going on, because a lot of people didn't know the history of why or where and all this other stuff they've been getting this stuff from, and now they're starting to see that Africa is really the key nation of everything that's been going on, and they've been
Right.
getting ripped off all this time, and now they finally getting a chance to get what they really deserve.
Absolutely. And Ibrahim, we was talking about Ibrahim on Friday and how he's uniting the country now and
Hmm.
and getting things going and there's been examples of people that have tried to do it, and where are they? They dead. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And now we have another individual in Ibrahim that is really, really, really trying to unify the country, put it in the right pathway, and put the right light on all of the things that Africa is responsible for, fellas. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch. Mellow Man.
Yeah, our modern calendar dates back to 300 BC to Ethiopia. Tools, hammers, chisels, those were created in Africa. Uh, I'll say, like as like technology today, apps, all that, Africa. You know what I'm saying? Even the fire, it comes from Africa. The numeric system, it derived from Africa. So when we talk about peanut butter, we made the flat iron, we made whatever. But I'm just saying the the wisdom, the it just all derives from Africa. It's the cradle of civilization. So I'll leave it there.
Yes, it is the cradle of civilization. Mellow Man, thank you so much for that. That was absolutely right on point. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, panel. We stay on point. We stay on one. You know what I'm saying? And we're bringing the light to the people. Stay in the light. That's the most important thing. Back to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Misery said, right, the land of Babel. And Big Facts LB has been. Has been. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. C said history shows that for hundreds of thousands of years, Africa has been oppressed and stripped of its resources. That's not myth. That's an absolute, complete 110% fact. And we need to put that in perspective, because how Africa goes, in my opinion, is how the world is. If Africa is not healthy, the world's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to throw shade on any other race, any other, donation or anything like that. It is very important for us to understand that it is us. You know what I'm saying? We have direct lineage to this, and we have to make sure that we stay connected and we build it up all the way. Real quick, see, uh, Freya in the morning. Good morning, Freya. She's in here. The AM Queens is in with the AM Kings. Good morning, good morning. Grand Rising. You already know what it is. Steelers Nation said there is a movement in different parts of Africa trying to unite and creating newer, larger, uh, countries utilizing resources and economies. Absolutely. Raim said, I watched a clip where Akon was talking about how in early 2010, Africa had the biggest hub for the internet and SMS, and other countries came in and had more power to push the tech. This is very true. Akon definitely was on one very early and bringing it to the light real quick. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, see.
Oh, just to point out there, all races come from Africa. Every single race came from Africa. People travel from Africa to different places and stay there for a while, so their physical phenotypes, their physical features change because it's a different place with different foods, so their physical features change through many years of being there. So this hundreds of thousands of years that this has been going on.
Right, right,
Just want to
right.
put that out there.
No, 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 no. That's very well said, man. We needed it. We needed it. We needed to put that in context and put it in perspective so everybody understands that we are all one really race at the end of the day. There is no separation that was done by man, not done by divine, purposes. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that people understand that. Devontae Zan said, every last one, different climate, create different tones of skin, everything, different languages, different, different. Period. We just gonna say different, but in
Same.
all, it,
Yeah.
the main point is we have to get back to saying there is one. You know what I'm saying? There is one, and we have to put that in perspective so we can stop all of this division and get some unison going. Get some unison going. You know what I mean? It's very important. The AM King Show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? 8 a.m. Facebook, YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for always giving us good insight in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And then right after this, in a few minutes, we are going over to the Woke Show. The Woke Show with the Mellow Man PDC. Great, great mix. You know what I'm saying? On 24/7. 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You want radio 24/7, you don't have to look no further. Run right over to lfxmedia.live and get tapped in with the Woke Show and all of the programming on lfxmedia.live. Back to the chat. No Yes, indeed. Raim said definitely was all on one continent at one point. John said no different races, one race human. There are different ethnicities, and that's based off of the context that C just told us. And Raim said facts. Zan said except for them Japheths, they are pure evil. Reason they were cast away. Very, very much
Yeah,
so.
I think talking about the Caucasoid.
Yes. Yeah, I think I think so. I think that's absolutely what's going on with that. I took it as that. C, yeah, you're absolutely right. C said yes, John. LFXmedia.live. Once again, the link is there. Make sure you guys are tapping in with a www in the front of it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys are tapping in. We always are going to bring the light to you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm going to say it one more time. The reason why I know the Diddy trial starting today. I know the Diddy trial starting today, but this is not in what we're bringing to you guys, to the public. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on other things to keep your mind sharp on what really, really, really matters at the end of the day. That's a distraction. We have to talk about distraction versus action because distracting is going to prevent you from acting. You know what I'm saying? Action comes from attraction. What you attract is how you act. And if you're acting in a low vibrational state, you will never, ever, ever see the light. And we want you to stay in the light. Most important, very important. You know what I'm saying? And that's one to grow on, y'all. That's one to grow on. Spoken by the Juggernaut, CLB, and the Abbott, Mellow Man PDC. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys once again for a nice round table. And of course, You know what time it is. We got to get into our funnies for the day. You know what I'm saying? Because we just about to over with the show. You know what I'm saying? This one is really, really funny. I found this online. This is Granny is enjoying her Mother's Day gift. She gonna tear somebody up. And you'll see what I mean in 1 second.
Okay, Grandma, let me see what you got. Let me see what you got, Grandma. Do it again, Grandma. Come on. I'll take that. Come on, get. Let me see it. Come on, get. Light it up. Come on. Okay, Grandma, let me see what you got. Let me see what you got, Grandma. Do it again, Grandma.
Hey, don't mess with Grandma and her new Mother's Day gift. Her new Mother's Day gift goes all the way down. If not straight. If not straight, you gonna get sit all the way down. Oh no, Granny is definitely on one, man. She is not playing no game.
Come on, I'll take that. Come on, get. Let me see it. Come on, get. Light it up. Come on.
You got a taser cane?
You got the taser. Okay, you missed it. You missed it, Misery. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay, Grandma. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got, Grandma. Do it again, Grandma. Come on, I'll take that. Come on, get. Let me see it. Come on, get. Light it up. Come on.
That's red grandma. That's red grandma. I
Yes,
told you I don't want to talk now. What time I'm talking?
See, you heard what she said. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. John said, just why? SMH, Granny gonna zap the BS out of herself.
Oh, accident. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, that thing look like it's lengthy enough to the point where she gonna zap somebody. All right, she ain't gonna. I don't know if she gonna zap herself though, John. You know what I mean? But that is hilarious. Killers Nation said, "You see the arc on that thing? You see the arc on? Yeah, I saw the arc on that thing." Hey man, that shock look like that's gonna put somebody more than down. That's gonna put them under the ground. Come on, get it. That's what she said, Misery. She said, "Come on, get it."
Granny Lightyear.
Granny.
Buzz the send you back in another dimension.
Misery says she goes zap your ass like a roach. Hey yo, that might have been the gift that Granny always wanted, but she might do something. She might do something detrimental. This next one is absolutely diabolically hilarious. Back again is LeVar Walker. He said, "Tell Jermaine Jackson." He said, "Tell Jermaine Jackson to call him." You know what I'm saying? Have a listen.
Somebody tell Jermaine Jackson to call me immediately. Brother, it's time for you to just go on and cut that grease off your head. I don't know if you comb your head with a butter knife or what you're doing. But how in the hell do you have a Jerry curl, waves, a fade, all at one time? Your haircut is an enigma. This is a mysterious haircut. I don't even probably take 4 or 5 hours just to put this shit together. Little Richard and James Brown are somewhere in their grave shaking their heads right now, Jermaine. It's time to let this shit go. It just looked like you just dip your head in a big vat of grease and then you just soak your face in Vaseline. Why are you so greasy, Jermaine? This ain't it, brother. This ain't it. And I'm calling because I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. Just talking to you would give a person high cholesterol, all that damn grease you got on you. You could never sit in my car or nothing. Everywhere you sit, you leave a spot or a stain, Jermaine. That should be your new name, Stain Jermaine Jackson. This ain't it, brother. It's time to let it go. You're a legend, and you've given us great songs. Great songs. I can't think of none of them, but I do remember something like Centipede. I think it was a Centipede. And Castles of Sand, I believe those were. Just gonna let this shit go, bro. Do it for me. Do it for your brothers. Do it for Michael. Michael would say, Jermaine, cut that shit off, Jermaine. Jermaine, cut it off. What are you doing, Jermaine? Call me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
You got the same
You said
hairstyle.
what?
this dude, who Walker, because I work in the club, right? Just, but he was the host comedy. Just imagine when the show was on the porch, there was area set. So, what's my man name? Ricky Smile on
Ricky
the back
Smiley.
porch, just ripping. Like, yeah,
Oh
Ricky
man, listen,
Smile,
LeVar.
yeah. Walker, double hit. It was just lift off the drink. Whatever, and the is just me as a dude.
Yeah, he's a funny dude,
Real.
man. The chat said I took a picture with this most said this most said I took a picture with this fool and my comments almost went viral. His still his nation said
He talking about y'all.
Oh yeah, you're chopping up real bad, P. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you know what I'm saying. You know how this thing goes, man. Still, his nation said he can't be near. Right. Yeah, Steelers Nation said he can't be near an open flame. Everybody's cracking up in the chat. That was absolutely diabolical. Misery said, "Cut the shit off, Jermaine." Cutting up for sure. Yes, LeVar Walker is one of the funniest dudes on the internet to me. He's just classically hilarious, super funny guy, man. And big shout out to LeVar Walker for that one because I couldn't contain myself when I saw that. I laughed so damn hard at what he was saying that it was mandatory that I run it for the AM King show this morning. And man, y'all, I'm glad y'all got some humor out of that, man, because we got to start our days off on a humorous note as well. That's why we do a little bit of everything. We talk about sports. We talk about things that you need to know to feed your mind with positivity. But we also got to give you some funnies. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a part of our culture that ain't never going to go away. And funny stuff happens all the time. And we're responsible with our funniness, but it's hilarious. And that was just diabolically funny. And I could not help it. I had to cut the shit off, Jermaine. The way he said Michael was going to talk to him. Hey, yo, crazy. He said James Brown and Little Richard shaking their head in their grave about that haircut. He said he took a butter knife, and styled his hair up with a butter knife. It's absolutely diabolical. Too funny, man. Well, that is the AM King show this morning. We are out of here. Make sure y'all go right over to www.lfxmedia.live for the Woke Show. The Mellow Man is getting prepped up and ready to give you guys the mix for the morning. And we are going to be tapping in with him, you already know, for C, LB, and the Mellow Man PDC. It is J-Pad, the Juggernaut. Thank you guys for tapping in always. As usual, we know that you guys are the real MVPs. Like, subscribe, and share. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Facebook, YouTube. We are here for y'all. You already know what it is. The AM King Show.